Y'all ever miss seeing Beyoncé in movies? Well, she too rich to be in mediocre shit now, so we'll just have to recap her with the foreign-ass Idris Elba. After receiving a big promotion at work, Derek and Sharon decide to buy a new house. They tour around their new home and eventually end up having a 30-second quickie on the living room floor. After getting her back broken, Sharon welcomes the movers and instructs them where to place their furniture. She says, "To the left, to the left."
To the left, to the left.
That morning, Derek drives to work. He jumps into a crowded elevator and sees a blonde woman staring at him. It's that one actress who looks like Alice in Resident Evil. It's obvious she wants to jump on his D with her flirtatious, trifling self. The hoe purposely drops the documents she's carrying only to let Derek help her. The two exchange flirtatious looks, but Derek knows better to stop because he's crazy in love with his wife. Derek gets off the elevator and notices that the bimbo follows him. He finds out that the blonde's name is Lisa Sheridan and that she's the new temp worker in his office. He jokes that Derek Charles is an annoying boss, but this only sparks Lisa's curiosity. In a meeting, the Harvey Weinstein men look at Lisa, who purposefully shows her best assets. Lisa starts to stalk Derek on the internet, but this what I do on a normal Tuesday. The next day, Derek arrives at the office and notices that his assistant is out. Lisa sits at the assistant's desk instead, who says his assistant had stomach flu and she's taking over. She does the job really well, making his coffee the way he likes it, black, not a flat white. Later, Lisa even listens to Derek's personal calls. That night, when the couple is having their romantic moment, Sharon asks Derek why he didn't answer her call. Derek tells her that the new girl must have gotten the name wrong, hence a misunderstanding. Sharon cringes at the fact that her husband has hired a female assistant. She reminds him of their agreement never to hire female assistants as they impose great marriage threats. Derek assures her that it's just a plain-looking temp girl who will be out as soon as his assistant returns to work. The next day, upon meeting Sharon realizes that ain't no plain-looking girl. Lisa compliments the baby, saying he handsome, just like his dad. "Girl, we finna slap your ass to protect our girl's family." The following week, Derek is relieved to see his assistant Patrick, but quickly frowns at the sight of Lisa. He wonders why Lisa is still at the office. As it turns out, Lisa is now Patrick's assistant. The two gossip like two queens, and Lisa hopes to get more info out of Patrick. Later, Derek finds Lisa in the pantry room sobbing. He asks why she is crying, and she tells him about a bunch of personal dating stuff. She admits she's jealous of Sharon and her life. He comforts her by saying that she's a lovely and beautiful person, and if he were single, he'd date her. Boy, you finna get your ass in trouble. Ben sees them together and obviously creates a wild scenario in his head. Ben compliments Lisa's badonkadonk, even though he's married. Ben tells Derek that he should explore Lisa. At his desk, Lisa leaves him a burned CD. If y'all don't know what that is, y'all just a fetus. They exchange flirtatious messages on an AEM-looking program. Eventually, he attends the company party alone. He leaves Sharon at home as spouses aren't allowed at the party. Lisa approaches him at the bar, and he compliments her. The two eat and drink together before heading to the main party. Derek dances with a fugly woman, so it's okay. However, the trifling flat ass swoops in. The two end up under the mistletoe, and Lisa tries to get a kiss, but he walks away to the bathroom. Lisa follows him and pushes him into a stall. Lisa tries to seduce Derek by wiggling her ass as if she has tapeworms coming out her rectum. Derek continually tells her to stop, but she don't listen. Yeah, that's called assault. Derek rejects her and leaves her in the men's room. The next day, it's awkward AF between the two. After work, Derek gets in his car only for Lisa to ambush him to apologize. Derek remains loyal, so this non-seasoned chicken reveals what's underneath her trench coat. She tries to seduce Derek, but he says to get out of his car. The girl in her Delulu era, until Derek screams at her to get out. When he gets home, Sharon is devastated that her sister's husband cheated and hopes she doesn't become a single lady like Solange. Derek assures her that it would never be her. However, Derek doesn't tell Sharon what happened with Lisa. That's what some might call a beautiful liar. Derek confides in Ben and tells him what Lisa did. Ben advises him that he should be careful as Lisa seems like a dangerous woman. Derek goes to see the HR manager and finds out that Lisa has already resigned. He breathes a sigh of relief and thinks that everything is fine now that Lisa is gone. After a New Year's Eve party, the couple arrives home to find an email notification from Lisa. When Derek opens the email, he sees mid-photos of Lisa. He panics and replies, "Leave me alone? See, this is why I don't mess with mayonnaise people." Later, Derek packs for a work retreat. Sharon helps him and reminds her husband not to attend any Diddy parties. Her husband complies and assures his wife that there is nothing to worry about. At the retreat party, a waitress hands Derek a glass of wine and tells him it's from the woman at the bar. Derek sees a partial figure of a blonde woman and definitely recognizes that back anywhere. She approaches Derek acting as delulu as ever, saying she quit her job so they can be together. While Derek looks away, Lisa drops a pill in his drink. When he heads to his room, he starts to really feel it. On his bed, Derek knows that Lisa is taking advantage of him, but he can't do anything because of the drugs. That morning, he wakes up late and misses his 9 a.m. meeting. He jumps out of bed and quickly prepares to attend the meeting. He manages to arrive at the middle of the meeting, but is too hungover to focus. Later that day, a hotel employee tells Derek that his wife is waiting in the lobby. Derek excuses himself and hurriedly goes down to meet Sharon. But it's not Sharon in the lobby, it's the freaking mental Lisa. Derek starts to get angry and argues with her. Lisa goes crazy and wonders why Derek is acting like a stranger. Lisa seems to be in a delusion of grandeur state, as she believes that Derek has feelings for her because of the compliments he gave her. She promises to reveal her truth to his co-workers, so Derek grabs her and tells the hoe off. Ben wonders if everything is okay, and our homeboy just looking like he really effed. After such an exhausting day being drugged, graped, and stuck in a boring meeting, Derek retreats to his room and sees Lisa on the bed. How this hoe get a spare key? Derek sees that she has overdosed and quickly calls 911. The ambulance arrives at the hotel and creates a nasty conclusion of cheating and affair. Sharon calls Ben to check up on her husband, as Derek wasn't answering his phone. Ben tells Sharon to talk to Derek instead, and that he is in the hospital. Sharon freaks out and immediately drives out to see Derek. Sharon arrives at the hospital and kisses Derek out of relief. Before Derek can tell Sharon what happened, the detective arrives and reveals the nasty incident. Sharon wonders what a naked Lisa was doing in Derek's hotel room. Sharon concludes that Derek is having an affair with Lisa, which he denies. He tries to pacify his wife and tells her the truth. Back at their house, Sharon is done with Derek. Sharon doesn't believe him and questions why he didn't tell her anything. Sharon breaks down and tells Derek to leave the house and take everything he owned in the box to the left. Lisa finally wakes up in the hospital and is greeted by the detective. Lisa asks for Derek and tells the detective about their supposed plans together and how Derek's marriage was over. The detective looks at Lisa in a skeptical manner and suspects that there is something wrong with her, especially when Lisa shows her the bouquet of flowers that Derek allegedly sent. Joe says this is really bad for the company, but Derek says there really is nothing to worry about because he didn't do anything. Joe says he bets Derek wish he had broken Lisa's back with all the trouble it has caused him. Joe is literally giving Harvey Weinstein vibes. The detective interrupts their meeting and wonders about Derek's relationship with Lisa. The detective shows Lisa's journal entries, and it has fake things. Luckily, Lisa's sister has picked up Lisa, and she's now out of town. But we know the director can't end the movie with only an hour runtime. Months have passed, and Sharon still hasn't forgiven Derek. They split time with their child. We catch glimpses of Sharon smiling as she sees the foin-ass Derek. His broad shoulders got her weak. Derek asks for forgiveness over dinner, and luckily, Sharon gives in because she's tired of being an independent woman. While the couple is reconnecting, Lisa visits their house and tricks the dumbass babysitter into thinking that she's a friend of Sharon's. She kidnaps their baby while the sitter is busy with her BlackBerry. Meanwhile, Sharon is willing to work on their relationship because she don't come from a divorced family, and Derek is willing to do anything to get back together, so she says she wants the Benz. Derek and Sharon arrive and the babysitter says their friend was just here. The couple realizes the babysitter is dumb as foo, so they rush upstairs only to find their baby's gone. Derek rushes to his car to chase after her, only to find out that his baby is inside with a huge red kiss mark on his forehead. Derek and Sharon bring their baby to the hospital, and fortunately, Lisa didn't hurt the poor child. Sharon tells the detective that they better do something about Lisa, or she finna throw hands. Derek installs a security system in their house to avoid such things from happening again. Sharon calls Lisa and leaves a message saying Lisa picked the wrong one to mess with. Weeks later, Lisa calls Derek's sassy assistant and manages to squeeze out information about Derek's whereabouts. Because the poor Patrick got rejected on Grindr, he divulges way too much information. The obsessed Lisa sneaks inside the couple's house and loiters around in Sharon's clothes, but the butt area is ill-fitting for some reason. Sharon realizes she forgot to set the alarm, so she heads back home. As she's setting the alarm, she hears Lisa opening a champagne bottle upstairs. The hoe is creating a romantic moment for herself on the bed. Sharon has had enough and tells the trifling ass off, saying she's delusional. Sharon wants to call the cops, but the hoe grabs Sharon and Sharon pushes her away. The two begin to fight. Derek calls the house and Lisa picks up the call, so Sharon uses this distraction to headbutt the girl. Then tells her husband that she's busy right now. Because Lisa has never lived in the hood, She gets the ass beating of her life. As Sharon drags her ass, literally and metaphorically, Lisa manages to escape, kicking Sharon down the stairs. Sharon ends up following Lisa into the attic. Sharon backs up along a strip of wood, taunting Lisa to come and get her. Lisa swings and Sharon drags her onto a weak portion of flooring, and the gardening tool falls through. Sharon suddenly has a change of heart and grabs Lisa's hand and tries to pull her up. But in return, the psychotic Lisa tries to pull her down. But Sharon manages to pry the slimy, ashy stank off. Lisa falls down, grabbing onto the chandelier. This is where Sia got the song idea from. Eventually, Lisa falls, and she's still alive, however. The chandelier falls, smashing into her. The film ends with Lisa dead and the couple fixing their marriage. What did y'all think of this one? Definitely gave me Tubi/Tyler Perry vibes, but having Idris Elba and Beyoncé on the screen together made my kitty purr extra hard.
Subscribe to watch more videos like this. Turn on notifications. And leave a like, it really helps the channel out. Thank you for watching.